All right, so we're gonna try this again. So the one retro. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, Chris?
How are you?
Oh, doing good, doing good. Oh, sorry about the yeah. I don't know what was going on with the invite. Sorry about that.
Nah, it's all good, man. How are you today?
Oh, doing good, doing good. Yeah, just really excited to do the live stream and to show off some of my collection. And I really appreciate you having me on.
Oh, no problem, man. Um, I do want to ask before I get into questions and we start showing stuff.
Mhm.
What's the most important thing you've been able to take from the world since the pandemic started?
Oh man, the most important thing I would say, um, so definitely making definitely like traveling and just making like experiences and memories with like my family and even like by myself. So of course like during the pandemic we couldn't go anywhere, we couldn't do anything, and so that was like the one thing that during that time, I was like, dang, once this is over, I'm gonna do as much as I can with my life and try to experience just as many things as I can. And I'm, and ever since then, I've been trying to take full advantage of that.
Judging by your page, I feel like you have. You got
Right, right. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So, what was kind of like your first sneaker moment or memory that kind of kicked everything off for you?
Sure. So, when I was young, I would say I got into sneakers kind of like, I think kind of like most people, where there as a kid you fall in love with basketball first, and then so for example, when I was a kid, I started getting into basketball when I was like around like 9 years old, 9 or 10, and so and then at the time, this is back in 2004, 2005. So at the time, do you remember Slam magazine?
Oh yeah.
So my parents, they noticed that I was starting to get really into basketball, and they bought me a subscription of Slam magazine. So like, I have like these are some of my childhood Slam magazines with MJ on the cover, and even with well, so even with guys like Tracy McGrady on the cover. So these are like some of my childhood Slam magazines. And in Slam magazine, they would always like at the end of the magazine, they would always highlight the shoes that were coming out. And so I remember when I was real young, I would like look at them and be like, man, this shoe is so cool. And that's where I really started paying attention to shoes and started, noticing them more on when I would be watching games and looking at pictures. And then when I was in sixth grade, my parents were like, "Okay, you can we'll buy you your first pair of Jordans if you get good grades." And so I remember I got much better grades because I wanted the Jordans. And I remember my parents took me to the shoe store, and at the time, see, the kids nowadays don't realize this, but at the time in the early 2000s, the Team Jordans and the Jumpman Jordans, those were actually really cool.
Yes.
And do you remember guys like Richard Hamilton, Vin Baker, even Michael Jordan would wore some of the Team Jordans. He wore the Jumpman Team FBI when he was with the Wizards, and
Rubber band.
like with the rubber band,
Hmm.
yes. And
Hmm.
so my parents took me to the shoe store, and of course they had like a price limit there. I think it was like probably like $70 was like the most we could spend. But you could find them for $70 at the time. And my first Jordan ever was the white and red Jumpman Team FBI's. That was
Oh,
my first Jordan ever. And I remember when I got them, I was like, man, these are so cool, and I was so excited to wear them to school the next day. And that was honestly some of like, when I look back at my childhood, that's like one of the big pieces, the big, really good memories of my childhood was when I got my first pair.
All right, now Timmy, I have to ask you: do you have a pair of FBI's right now?
Oh, so
You got to get
so
you a pair, man.
yeah, I have to get a pair. See, I've been thinking about that for like 10 years. I was like, dang, I gotta get a pair of the white and red Jumpman Team FBI's, but I just haven't done it. But I do need to get a pair. I have to get a pair.
Now, what size are you?
I'm a size like 8 through 9. So like eight's the lowest I'll go, and then nine's the highest. But honestly, I like my collection. I'll take like any size if the shoe is in good condition, new and good condition.
Okay. So look, I see the heat behind you. I know you had
Right.
messaged me. You had so. You want to start showing me some stuff, or you want to wait till later in the show?
Oh, sure. Yeah, we can do whichever one is good.
All right, now I see some flight Hirachis. The pistol.
Yeah.
What do we
Okay,
have
so
here?
the Flight Hirachi is my absolute favorite, not including Jordan, but just my absolute favorite. um okay, the Fly Hirachi and the Air Revolution are like tied for my two absolute favorite Nike basketball shoes ever made. Like when I look at the Hirachi, when I look at the 87 Revolution, I'm like, man, this it's just like such a unique shoe. Both of them are so unique that I just love the way they look. So okay, so for example, I have like the original color, the purple, blue, and white color. So this is the original general release pair. And then remember, they also came out with the black and blue. So there was like two colors of the OG, and so it was this one, and then the black and blue Flight Hirachi, and then so um. And this shoe is just so unique looking. Like if you looked at it, you would never expect it to be a Nike shoe. It's just one of those things where it's like, what is, there's no swoosh. It's just so like different looking. And ever since I was a kid, I just thought that was so interesting. And the color scheme just matches so perfect. It just screams 1990.
This
So like I have this dead stock pair. I have like six pairs of the OG. And then so so I remember when I first started getting into like really heavy into collecting, I would notice pictures of like Scottie Pippen, Christian Laettner. They would be wearing this white and red player exclusive, and I was like, man, that color is so cool. And it took me years to find it. Like I hunted for this shoe probably for like 6 years, just searching on eBay every day. And I remember um I went on eBay one day, and there was a listing on eBay for like it was like for like 10 pairs of shoes that this guy had collected over the years, getting them from players. And the rest of the shoes I actually did not want in any of the shoes, but I remember scrolling through the photos, and that in the white and red Hirachi was part of the listing, and I instantly bought the listing. And then so it came. I remember it came in this huge box, and I didn't even care about the other shoes. I just cared about the white and red player shoes of Hirachi. Um, so yeah, so this is them right here, and this is like one of my prized possessions.
is it
It's
autographed?
yeah. So they're dual sign. Do you remember? Mark Bryant, he played on the Blazers back in
Early
92
'90s.
and 90s, and so this was his pair, and they're size, let's see, okay, they're size 14. But
Mm,
getting this shoe in my collection was one of the one of the happiest days of my life, because I remember opening the box and seeing them in there, and it was just they were so beautiful. So like this pair, I love this pair so much.
wow. I mean, I follow the NBA heavy, so I remember Mark Bryant. I know he was a big,
Right.
he was kind of a journeyman, but that's crazy that you have his shoes. When
Yeah.
he was on Portland. I remember
Right.
Portland.
Right.
You
And
know,
so like, and then with the revolution, so with the revolution, of course, like it came out with you have like pairs like the general release. So this is the white and red. This pair is dead stock. White and red general release, and then you had the then you had like the white and gray general release, and then you have the white and blue general release also. Um, so this pair, okay, this pair is really special because I went to so you remember Dennis Rodman wore the Revolution, the white and blue
hmm
Revolution when he was on the Pistons.
hmm
And and so a couple years ago Dennis Rodman made an appearance at this convention in Philadelphia, and you get like pictures and autographs, and then so I was like, dang, I really wanted to get a picture and autograph from Dennis Rodman, so I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh, what if I got my Revolution signed? And so I had him sign my white and blue Revolution, and it says, well, Dennis Rodman, and it says five-time NBA champion right there. So that was like a really cool moment to have Dennis Rodman sign the Revolution.
of course. That was before he was with Reebok and then came back to Nike.
Right, right. Cause
hmm
remember when he was with Reebok, um, remember he had.
Yep.
Yep,
hmm
and do you remember they did the old school pump commercials? They were like pump up and air out
Air out.
and
Yeah.
air out, and then they would throw like they would throw the Nike shoe and then they'd be holding the pump, and so I was
Yeah.
able to get, so this is one of my, I love the Reebok pump, and so this is an original pair from 91 I believe, and so and it is that stock came with the original
Mhm.
box and everything.
Yeah, that's real Hexalite there, not the stuff they be doing now.
Right. Oh man. The stuff that they do now, I think it's so it's so I still like it because of course it's Reebok pump, and I'm just glad to see the pump being brought back. But nothing compares to like that OG shape, and
Right.
they did, and you know, the color and everything. It just perfection.
As,
Um.
mu- as much as I used to hate the Pistons and Dennis Rodman, I love I love that shoe and what it stands
Yeah.
for. I love it.
Right. Right. And so just getting back to the revolution, like so my first pair, with the revolution, so I collected all of the general release colors. And then I remember one day I was on eBay and I was just like, you know, scrolling through listings and stuff, and then a listing came up and I clicked for a revolution. I clicked on it and the pictures were like not very good pictures, and so about I was looking at the listing, I was like, is that a white and green pair? And I didn't even know that they existed at the time. And then so I instantly bought it. And then this is like, this is along with the Mark Bryant Hirachi. This is another one of like my prized possessions. This is the white and green player exclusive Revolution, and they're also dual signed. They're from a guy who played for the Mavericks. His name was Randy White. He didn't play that very long in the league, but there's a ton of pictures. If you type in Randy White on Google, like Mavericks, there's a ton of pictures of him wearing this shoe, and so this is another one of my absolute favorites, is the white and green play exclusive Revolution.
Yeah, I've never seen that one. I knew
Yeah,
seeing that green, it was either Dallas or it was gonna be the Bucks or somebody.
right. Yeah, the I think Dale Ellis wore this also, when he was um yeah, no, and a few there was, yeah, it was like the Mavericks, the Bucks. I think those are probably like the two main teams that had this. But actually, so this pair still has the original midsoles, and they're cracking, but still in really good condition.
Yeah.
But I was actually really lucky because So I found this pair back probably back in like 2017, and then last year I actually got really lucky, and I actually was able to find another pair. So so I was able to get a second pair of the white and green Revolution. So this pair I don't know who the signature is by. But I did have them soul swap because when I got them the midsoles were like completely gone. And so I did have them soul swap by A1 Restorations. And so, but this is I love this shoe, and I love that soul swap, so I don't have to, it's the other one I'm really careful with, but this one it's okay to just touch it and to look at it.
What size is
Um,
that one?
so this one, let's see. Oh, this one is a size 15.
15.
15,
Yeah.
yeah, this is size 15, and so but I would say I see I don't know which one I love the most because I have the green pears and then I have so this is probably uh my most one of my most special pairs because I love I would say I love like the Showtime Lakers and like the Kobe Bryant Lakers, so
Okay.
getting this pair was like is like really special to me, so I was able to get so this is a white and purple game worn in dual sign Nike Revolution by AC
See
Green.
green. Yep.
AC Green, yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so I love this shoe and there was a collector on Instagram. Dang, I can't remember his name, but I've been asking him about this shoe for a while, and then one day he like just hits me up and this is back in like 2018 or 19, and he's like, "Do you want to buy the AC Green Revolutions?" And I instantly bought them, like instantly, and I was like, and he gave me a great price too, and but this is I love this shoe so much, and it just to have something I guess like something part of the Showtime Lakers and AC Green played a huge role during those days.
Yeah. He's
And
power forward.
so and another cool thing about this shoe so I don't know if it's of course I don't know if it's this specific pair, but if you type in AC Green like 1987, there's pictures of AC Green playing against when they're playing against the Bulls, like guarding Michael Jordan, and he's wearing this white and purple Revolution. So I kind of like to think, oh, maybe this is the shoe that
That
right the
might
shoe that
be.
he wore during when he was guarding MJ.
Yeah,
So
Tim. I'm a humongous Lakers fan. Actually,
oh, okay, okay,
I'm gonna show you right quick since you said you got love for the Kobe Lakers. I don't have a lot of my shoes here in this apartment, but I'm gonna show you one right quick that I do have. Give me 1 second.
okay, okay, cool, cool.
Oh, oh, oh. All right, so this is probably one of three pairs I have that is not my actual size, but I just had to have them. So they're a little dusty because they're on display. Let me dust them off right quick. So I have a pair of Lamar Odom's shot 30.
Oh
This
man.
is before they gave him his logo, so they just put the
Right,
LO
the
on it.
LO. Wow.
So this pair is, it was made for him. So, it's got the promo tag.
Right, right.
And
Dang, that is awesome.
yeah, these are a size 17.
Wow, 17. That's crazy. Oh man, I love that. I love that.
Yeah,
Like
so
and like Lamar Odom, I love Lamar Odom. Like during those like back to back championship days in 2009, 2010, he was I loved seeing him play and he was so talented at his height and everything. He could play point guard, like he was so talented.
he was. But yeah, you cracked my head with those AC Greens. He's one of the only players I remember because my dad had like a collection of VHS tapes, and he raised me to be a Lakers fan. If I wasn't so
Mhm.
happy, I'd show it. I even have a Lakers tattoo right here. Like
Oh, nice.
Magic is my favorite player.
Okay.
Um, I worked for Converse, so it kills me that they didn't bring back his weapon like they brought back Larry
Right,
Bird.
right, right.
They made him friends and family, but I was unable to get a pair. So,
Because
you know, I'm a little hurt by
Yes.
that.
Yeah, cause I always love going on your page and seeing like the old school Converse cons
Mhm.
and that stuff that you just never see nowadays. And so and there's still I still dang I wish I have them with me. They're upstairs. I have a pair of Converse cons like from '87 or something that I used to wear like quite often. And but I have them upstairs. But like the old school Converse stuff, the weapons, I love those.
So you talk about the Converse Cons, the shoe that looks sort of like the weapon that Magic wore after the weapon. What
Yes,
colors do
yes.
you have?
Uh-huh. Right, right. Yeah, I have a pair upstairs but that I bought on eBay and then I like clean them up and I don't wear them all the time. But yeah, the I remember seeing yeah, because after the weapon he wore the cons and
Yeah. What color do you have?
mine are actually white, blue, and red. They're if you go down my Instagram, it's like all the way down. I got them like in 2017 or something.
Because I have that pair, and they look like they're from 1987. But I have a white pair that I got maybe 2021 that was dead stock. It had the tag
Oh.
on it. So my white and red ones look brand new. My white and blue ones, I got them off shopgoodwill.com for like $12. I got them
Oh,
like,
gotcha.
I want
Yeah,
the white and purple, but I can't find them.
right. But I always wanted like an OG Converse weapon, especially in the Lakers color, because the OG weapon the like the shape of the shoe is just so like nice and sleek. It just I love that.
I wore my OG Magics last week to conference.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
I
So
had the weapon back in like 2004.
mm,
I had a white and blue. It was a white and blue, a white, black and blue weapon in 2004. Just like when I was like in seventh grade.
yeah, damn, you were in seventh grade, 2004.
Yeah.
Gosh, that you make me feel old, Timmy. God,
Oh, dang.
nah, it's all good. I was in 2004. I was 24 years old, so
Oh, okay.
it's all good. Um, the weapon was pretty prevalent between like the end of '01, probably like '05. I feel like
Yeah.
Nike didn't really make them that great, but they make them a lot better now. I feel like they make them like an OG high Jordan 1 now. The leather.
Right. Do you remember? I remember with the weapon. Do you remember Andre Miller? He used to always wear the weapon. Andre Miller, he played for like the Denver Nuggets. I always
Mhm.
used to see pictures of him wearing the weapon.
Yeah, I wished because I'm from Cleveland. I've only lived in North Carolina for like, well, this August, so it's been 5 years. When he used to play on the Cavs, I wished he would have wore them then as well. He didn't wear them until after, but I'm like, come on, man, you gotta break those out. But yeah,
Yeah,
I love Converse, but the shape
right.
of the weapon from '86 is different. I have the Magic pair and I have the purple toe, just white and purple.
Oh, the purple ones. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yes. They yeah, just I just love like the that's the thing about the OGs that I was always really drawn to was the shape was so cool on them. Like okay, so I would say um I would say from of course back in like the 80s to up until like 2005 like to maybe 2006 like the shapes of the Jordans were really good and then we had like that period that like 10-year period where the shapers were like all weird and like especially on like the 11s and where it's just the shapes were all like off with the shoes and then now with the reimagined Jordans we're starting to bring back like that OG shape.
Yeah, I feel like I do. This is gonna be a hot take. I feel like with the OG colors of the 11, they need to make them with the 96, 95, 96 cut. But if they're gonna bring
Yes.
back a Gamma 11 or one of those newer colors, they should just make it with the regular retro cut. It's not an OG, so
Right,
you
exactly.
know.
I 1000% agree. Like the OGs, I would actually love if they did that because if they just you could kind of tell the difference between the two.
Yeah. Now, with your love for the Air Revolution, now I'm just gonna say for me, and I don't want to offend you with this. Anytime they've retroed the shoe, other than the first retro in '03,
Hmm.
it's sort of like the Flight 89, where they always make it with shitty leather.
Yes.
So
So right. So that's the thing that drove me crazy about the the retro revolutions is that they would well first the first like the shape of the shoe was always terrible. Like it was just like I would look at the shape was all off, and then the leather was the leather was terrible. But also it always made me mad when when they retro my favorite shoe and put them in like in release like the ugliest colors. All like the new colors that they do that they make them in. And so that always like really like made me mad seeing the retros. But I try not to get too much into it because at the end of the day, my love is for the OG. So that's what. So even if they brought back the Revolution now and they release like 20 colors, I would still only buy the OG color and really focus on and would always just focus on the OG.
Yeah, like in '03, I bought the white and gray one because it was OG,
Yeah,
And in 2013, I bought the white and blue with the gray because it was a OG.
right.
Now, my pair from '03 is crumbling. I still have them somewhere. But the blue pair, like I wear them, but other than the leather, they kill my pinky. Like they kill my.
Yes, yes. Oh, yes. Because I've worn I've actually had a few of the retros in the white and blue color, and yeah, every time I wear them, they're just so uncomfortable. But I do have an OG. They're upstairs, but I do have an OG soul swapped white and red Revolution from '87, and they are so comfortable. The padding on the OG is like so thick and soft, and I went to Las Vegas last year, and I took them with me to Vegas, and I wore them when I went to the Grand Canyon, and I they just felt so good on foot, and so that's like the one thing that I just love so much about the OG is that when I wear them they're so comfortable.
Yeah,
Cause I still love wearing like my OG pairs. There's something if I can, I do try to wear the OGs cause it just no one notices them uh walking on the street, but inside I'm like, oh, I'm wearing an OG pair.
right, right. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a hard turn because I have to know this. Where Sorry, my neighbor revving his engine. I don't mean to keep looking. It's a conversion van. Like, come on, bro. But anyway, where did the love for Home Alone start? Where did that happen?
Oh, so okay, so I've loved Home Alone since I was a little kid. Like there's a picture of me when I was looking. I have it somewhere on my Instagram where I'm laying in a box, but right next to me is my Home Alone 2 book, and so that my parents got me, and so um and I don't know, ever since I was young, I've always been like fascinated with the movie. I love the idea of Kevin being left alone by himself and him having the freedom but also there being bad guys coming after him. It's kind of like every kid's like dream to just be have no parents to tell them what to do, and especially in Lost in New York he could do whatever he wanted. He him staying at the Plaza Hotel. So I've been obsessed with Home Alone since I was a kid, and then back in like 2015 or 2016, that's when I got my first job. I remember I was like, oh well, I kind of want some Home Alone posters, and so I would go on eBay and I remember seeing posters for like $50. I'm like, dang, that's too expensive for a poster. So, but I ended up, but that was like the first thing I bought with my money from work were Home Alone posters, and then from there it just got like crazier and crazier, and you just get more obsessed, and you just go down like keep going down this like crazy hole where now I have an entire room just filled with Home Alone memorabilia. And so and yeah, Like Home Alone, I love shoes, but Home Alone is above shoes for me.
I can see that from your page. That's why I was like, because usually I don't post a flyer until I get approval from the guest. But I was like, I don't think that he would hate this. So
Oh,
I just got to put it out, like, you know,
yes, when I saw that flyer, I was like, "That is so cool!" That picture, I love that picture so much of the flyer you made. You had like the Home Alone house in the with the logo, and then me going like this behind the house. I was like, "Oh man!" I saw that and I was like, "That is the coolest image."
yeah,
And I sent
okay,
it to I sent it to my family.
yeah, cool, man. I'm glad. I was like, and the only music I could find that wasn't Christmassy was that music where he was setting them up, the Joe Pesci and the other dude. You know, I'm like,
Right, right, yeah.
because everything else was, since they're Christmas movies, I'm like, well, it's August. I don't know if that's gonna work, but yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad. But I definitely
Yes,
wanted
yes.
to hear that. So my next non-sneaker question before we get back to it is, you've met a lot of people. I've gone like, dang, you met Dennis Rodman, you met Macaulay Culkin, you met
Oh, right,
this
right.
person and that person. Who is or who was the most excited you were to meet out of all the celebrities that you've met?
Um, I would say, well, okay, let's see.
You got all them Office people on there too. I love the Office.
Yeah, so okay, so I'll say this. Um, with of course, like my favorite, if my favorite out of everyone to that I met was definitely Macaulay Culkin in the cast of Home Alone, just because that's like I'm just so obsessed with the movie and I love the movie so much. But I would say the most meaningful one to me was definitely the Office people, because
Okay.
and the reason why is because at the Office convention at the Office convention they really took the time to like talk to the fans and some of the cast members I had like 10-minute conversations with, and I was like, oh, and in my head I'm like, wow, I'm talking to Kevin Malone or to Angela, and we're having just like really good conversations. And so but and to have like a conversation with the people that you love so much on TV is really special. Most of the interactions I have are well, while they're all been great interactions. There's so many people in line, so they have to kind of you can't get too much time with them. But I was really impressed this over the weekend when the Office people were like really taking time and to talk to everyone, even though there's a lot of people they were doing that. So I thought that was really cool.
Okay. Okay. All right. Now I've seen a lot of crazy stuff on your page as far as the kicks, right? So, is there a holy grail for you, a shoe that you haven't got to touch that you want?
Yes. So, okay. So there's one more Holy Grail left where I've never even seen a pair come up for sale. But okay, let me pull it up. So okay, so I would say my third favorite basketball shoe of non-Jordan basketball shoe of all time is the 96 Nike Penny 2.
Oh,
So I've loved I love the Penny 2 so much. When I was in like 10th grade, the Penny 2 retroed for the first time, and my parents bought me the black and blue color for Christmas, and so that was like such a cool memory for me. And so, but there's one color of the Penny 2. It's a sample color. It's the let's see. Um,
oh, okay. Without the
so it's
tab.
essentially the Atlantic blue color, but it has a white sole.
Mm-hmm.
So So I've been wanting that shoe for so long, and still every single day, I go on eBay and I hunt for the and I try to see if anything comes up. I have like saved searches, so if like a Nike Penny 2 sample listing comes up, then I'll click, then it'll notify me. But yeah, have not been able to find that shoe. I've never seen it for sale. There's only one guy I know who actually has the shoe. And is this guy customizer Jake Dankliff. So he goes by Dank Customs.
Yeah, I know
So
who he
he
is.
right. So see, he does have that sample penny too. And but other than him, I've never seen another person have never seen another pair for sale. And that's one shoe where I'm like, if I get that shoe, I've really been able to find every shoe that I've really ever wanted, except that one. So if I find that one, I'm done. I can hang it up.
Nah, I got you. With you saying earlier, you hate when they bring back the classics and bad colorways. You have to cringe every time you see a new Pity too,
Hmm.
because I have to watch what I say. Because technically, me working for Converse means I work for Nike. But
Oh right.
so I'm not gonna be too critical. But I'll just say for me, I was excited when I heard about the Stussy collab because I love Stussy,
Oh yeah.
and they were okay. But I'm like the logo placement, like I would have just done it differently. I would have made it more like the Stussy Hirachi. You know what I
Oh
mean? With
yes,
the colors.
yes.
And I would have put the Stussy logo on the back. It wouldn't have been on the side of the wave of the Penny 2. And I would have used the S, maybe the 8 ball with the 8 ball on the side. Like,
Right, right.
that's what I would
Yeah.
be thinking. So,
Yeah, yeah, right. With the Susie one, it was I was happy to see the Penny 2 come back out, but I wasn't crazy about them putting the Stussy logo on the side. I wish that I don't know, yeah, that they put it on the back or just
yeah,
on the tongue or something like that.
something
But
different.
but yeah, but I was at the end of the day, I was still happy that you to see the Penny 2 being brought back out. But I really just want the Nike to retro the black and blue Penny 2. That's what I really want. They did remember they did the Atlantic blue like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Um, it was like 2 years ago they did the Atlantic blue, but the but just the regular um just the regular OG color. That's what I really want in the retro.
Yeah.
And
Now,
this is a pair from '96.
got you. Got you. Now, I do have both. I have a pair from 96 and I have the pair from 2008. I probably haven't worn the pair from 2008 for at least 2 years. And when I wear it, just like my Ergo LWP, I'll be walking real light with them because, they're 15, 16 years old now. So,
Yeah,
so I'm just like, I guess the social status Penny 2 is the closest we're going to get to the Black Orlando Penny 2 for some reason.
yeah. And like even so yeah, so because I do have the OG Atlantic blue color also. The bubbles are still in decent condition.
Mm.
But yeah, the because I do have the whole Penny 2 set
You got
complete,
the
and
All
so
Star too.
right, and so
Mm-hmm.
but what I really want is just that sample. If I got that sample, I'd be so happy.
Yeah. I can go get my um, iPhone that I use. My Grail has never been retroed. Is the Air Max 294 runner, the white, gray, and teal one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They've never retroed it. When they brought back the Air Max 294 Light at the beginning of 2019 and the regular 94 in 2018, I'm like, we got to get this soon, and they never came back with it. You know,
Right, like in like yeah, there's so many shoes that I'm just another shoe that I really want Nike to release I mean to retro. Do you remember do you remember the Nike Veer?
yeah, yeah.
So
They've
so
never retroed that color.
oh yeah, because I would love them to bring these back out because I love this shoe so much. I bought this shoe. This is one of the first shoes I ever bought. And I remember I got them for like $19 on eBay. They're dead stock. And when I got them, there was like no cracking. There was like no cracking on the midsoles. There's some cracking now, but this pair is like really special to me. Because my uncle Tom, he had this shoe. And I remember I used to go over his house every time I would open the closet, he had the Nike Veer, and then when I finally started working, I was like, oh, I want to search for this shoe, and I was able to find this dead stock pair.
Yeah, because they've retro Devere twice, but they've never brought back that color.
Yeah, they right,
They'll bring back that white and blue one, but they never
right. The
brought
white and
that.
blue one was cool. Yeah,
But the black and white one is the one that I had it in '03. I didn't buy it in 13 because they made the white like kind of creamish and sparkly to the point where I probably should have bought them anyway because it's damn near impossible to find them in my size now. But yeah, the Veer, it's one of those shoes. Like everybody had them in the Webers at ninth grade. Like everybody had them as back to school shoes. So the black and white ones especially. But I always wanted that pair you had in your hand.
right,
I,
right.
that's Bruce Smith for real. You
Yeah,
know.
exactly. Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
So I don't I wish that I knew when they decide to retro a shoe what goes into deciding what colors come back and why. Like you're in the pennies, so they brought back that air up, but it
Yeah,
was nothing like the OG. It was not even
right,
close.
right. Actually, even with the pennies, I would love to. You remember the half cents?
Mm-hmm.
I would love them. So the half cents are also another very meaningful shoe to me because when I was like when I was in, I think I was in 11th grade, and my parents also bought me that shoe for Christmas, and I was in 11th grade. So that was like, so back in back in like 2008, the having the pennies was such a big deal, and so you of course like the foam pods, but aside from the foam pods, like the penny two, and then when they did the half cents, that was like so different. It was like just the foam pods and the paint two combined. It was like the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I actually have I have two. I have the cranberry one, the red one.
Yes,
It's in storage. I have the eggplant one, the purple one, still.
yes. I remember you had the eggplant. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So
C-
that was
c-
the pair I wore. I didn't wear the red ones that much, but I love those. I always wanted the blue ones. I just never got them.
right, right. Because that was the same with me. Like I remember, my parents we went to the store, and then the Foot Locker, they had the black and silver ones, but they didn't have I really wanted the the black and royal blue ones. That was like the my favorite one. But then the black and silver ones were like the next on the list, and so they didn't have the royal, so I got the silver ones, which I was still really happy with, and I wore those for years, and I still have them. Thank you, I still have them. I still have my 2008 Penny Twos. Also, I never got rid of them
Yeah.
because they bring back great memories.
Yeah, just I walk real light with them.
Yeah, yeah,
Because I could already see where on the side, just like with my Ergo LWPs, where I could start to see the suede cracking just a little, where I'm like,
right, right,
you know,
yeah,
do I wear them? Because they're gonna get messed up either way. Do I wear them or do I just? So yeah, that's a decision I guess we all have to make. But but yeah, man, you have a very diverse collection. I'm still recovering from you showing me them AC Green Air
yeah,
Revolutions.
right,
Man, that's great. Somebody who loves Showtime like me, I knew he wore them. I never seen anybody with them signed. So
yeah. Just type in when you get a chance. Just type in like AC Green. If you type in like AC Green Michael Jordan, there's like really some really cool pictures of him wearing them against MJ, and so.
yeah,
But
Frank
but
Gary
here's a
Curl.
right there, yeah. But here's like
uh,
some other interesting pairs. Like
got there.
this is a player exclusive by Jared Jeffries.
Oh,
So
okay.
so yeah, this is a Jared Jeffries player exclusive when he played for the New York Knicks.
Oh,
Um, it- Actually, I'm pretty sure it's Jared Jeffries. I'm pretty sure it's Jared Jeffries, but
yeah, I was gonna
but
say it's either him or Bobby Simmons.
oh dang, yeah, now Actually, it might be Bobby Sims. I for some reason I'm going blank. I can't remember whose shoe this was.
Hey, it
It was
doesn't even
either.
matter, man. That's oh, those are beautiful. What size are those? About a
Oh,
14,
these are size. Oh, these are size 17.
17. So same size as these Odoms.
Oh yeah, yeah. But it's just cool to have them in the
Mhm.
Knicks color.
Yeah. Yeah. The only other I have a few other things I could show, but you killing it right now. But just I might have to keep my stuff tucked. But um but yeah, man. Now on the Jordan side, what's your favorite Jordan?
So okay, so my absolute favorite Jordan, and I know you, especially in today's like kind of like sneaker world, you hear this a lot, but my favorite Air Jordan of all time, well, is the 1985 Chicago one. So this is the shoe where when I was in sixth grade, this is the first shoe I truly fell in love with, and I remember I just something about just the way that they looked, like they're so simple looking, but they just look so perfect. And when I was getting into basketball, I don't know why I just kind of was always fascinated with Michael Jordan as a rookie. I just thought, he wore the Chicago Bulls jersey with the Chicago on the front,
Oh,
but yeah, but just this shoe and specifically in the Chicago color, I will always be my absolute favorite shoe. So like this pair, I have I think I have like five pairs of Chicago's. So I have this pair, which is like the pair I have on display in my shelf. This is in really good condition. Then I have this pair, which this is the pair that I wear. This is so I wear these and I've even played basketball in them. And so yeah, so this is the pair that I wear, and then um let's see. Oh, this pair is interesting. This is a Sky Jordan. Remember they made the Sky Jordans for the little
yes,
kids. So
yeah.
this is a Sky Jordan. It's like a size 5. And
Nice.
then oh, and then and this is another pair that I have. So this is the very first 85 Jordan 1 that I ever bought. I remember I bought these back in like 2016, and I won them on a bid, and I paid um about a little bit over $200 for them. And at the time, I remember I won the bid, and at the time I was like, dang, I can't believe I'm paying $200 for this. That's like so much money. But man, if I could go back to those days, like just like like this, I paid a little bit over 200. Even my really good condition pair, I paid just like a little bit over 200. So I never bought pairs. Like, you remember during the pandemic, the OG1 prices just skyrocketed. I never, thankfully, I bought all my pairs before the pandemic and before all the OG Jordan 1 hype. So I didn't pay the outrageous prices. But like I said, like $200 for this was a lot of money.
Yeah.
And so, and then I also have, this pair is really special because I have the original box, but I have the 85 Black Toes with
Ooh,
the original box also. And
nice. Wow.
yep, and so but the air but the Jordan 1 will always be um for me, the 85 Jordan 1 will always be my absolute favorite pair. Even though prices nowadays are insane for them, when I think about that shoe, I just have such great fond memories of being obsessed as a kid, wanting that shoe so bad.
Yeah. My only 85s, I have a pair of neutral grays. I found them at a
Right,
thrift
right. I've
store.
seen those, yes.
But like I only paid, yeah, like you. I only paid. I literally only paid a couple dollars for them. I paid like $4 or $5 for them because this was
Oh,
2000.
oh,
This was like '08 when I found them. So this is before all the Jordan 1 hype started.
oh, gotcha, gotcha,
You
yeah.
know, but the Chicago one, you know, I feel like people, especially in the 2000s and the tens, people are always partial to the bread one. But I've always been the Chicago one guy. I mean, if you want, I can bring them out. I have a pair of '94 Chicago's that I've had since then that, like, I was in eighth grade when my father bought them for me, and I could still fit and wear them. Um, when I went out to Nike campus last summer, and I had to
Oh,
take them with me.
nice.
You know, I took a bunch of shoes, but those were the ones like I was like, I have to wear these on Nike.
Right, right,
You know, just they have to touch that soil. But I've always been partial to the Chicago because that's the one that he wore. You know,
right. Exactly,
he wore the black.
exactly.
You know,
Like for me, I love the other colors. Like I love the UNCs. I love the Royals. But something just something about that Chicago. I just did nothing beats it in my opinion.
yeah, because like the black toe is close, but it's still not the Chicago.
Right, right. Something it just like this is perfection to me. If
Yeah,
like if I were to be buried in a shoe, it would be this pair right here.
yeah. In fact, man, you're gonna make me pull these out. Ugh, let me go grab them. Oh man, but uh, oh man, but yeah, man, I love your enthusiasm for the game because what I'm enjoying about this time period is, you know, I feel like there were a lot of pandemic sneakerheads, and that's cool if that's what you are. But now it's kind of gone back to people like us that were, you know, into it before,
Right, right. Yes.
and it shows in the pricing. Like these are my '94s.
Oh
You
yes.
see,
Yep.
they're they're worn down to the point where they look like your '85s. You know, to me the biggest difference in them is the swoosh shape is a little. It's, to me, it's a little more curved on the '85.
Right,
But
right.
yeah, people when I wear these, people think these are from like, no, these are from '94. But I don't know how much more I can wear them. You know, I'm starting to see a little bit of wear. They haven't warped or anything. You know,
hmm
they're still, you
To me,
know,
they still look like they're. I mean, there's to me that's still in really good condition for the age.
yeah, yeah. Like to me, the only time they messed the shoe up, and I'm considering buying one just to kind of kick around so I don't wear these anymore.
hmm
I didn't buy the 2015. I should have. I was the store I was running at the time. We had them. I could have got them for like $87 with my discount.
Oh dang!
Yeah, I didn't. I knew they were going to go, but I didn't never think that a Jordan 1 would be $1,000 shoe. I just never thought that.
Right,
You
right,
know,
right.
but
Yeah.
but the 2013 Chicago's probably the worst one. Either that or that patent leather one from 2003. But I almost halfway don't even count that. This is
Oh, you talk.
Chicago, but it's not.
Oh, you're talking about the mids, the like
Yeah.
the. Oh, okay. Oh, see, okay. So for me, actually, okay. Crazy thing is for me the 2003 mid Chicago's the patent leather because remember they did the Chicago, they did the black and gold, and then they
Mm-hmm.
did the UNC.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, those three for me bring back great memories because I remember kids at school had them and. And I remember thinking, "Dang, this is so." I like for me. I actually thought they were really cool because it was just like the first time us seeing a patent leather on. I just saw patent leather in a Jordan 1 look so cool.
Yeah.
But it was just like very different.
Yeah.
And at the time, like see like these young like the young kids and people in the shoes now. I see all the time them like making fun of mids and them clowning mids. But man, back in like 2003, mids were like really cool, and I still like love the mids. Like mids to me are still really cool,
Thank you.
and and like speaking of but the okay like the 2003 patent leather Jordan ones and then remember we had the new love old love pack
Yeah.
and
2007.
so and those were amazing I thought that and at the time I thought that those were incredible
Mm.
and but yeah just weird to see mids getting being clowned on
Yeah. like I had a status that I posted in the shoegame.com reposted it where I said if you were into Jordans before 2011, you don't really mind mids.
Right,
You know what I'm
right. Yep.
saying? So it's true.
Absolutely.
Because
Absolutely. Yes.
with those
That's
three, I was working at Foot Action when they came out, so I did buy the black and gold one. I
uh-huh.
didn't buy the Chicago because I still had that pair I had just showed you. But I don't really count those in the hierarchy of the Chicago. It's a Chicago, but to me, the worst one is probably still the 2013 when the Jordan.
Yes, I absolutely 1000% agree. Yes, because that is true. Because I don't really, even though those are Chicago's, I don't something about them. I don't. I agree. I don't rank them among like the when I do like the tier list, and so,
Yeah.
but yeah, the 2013 was yeah was not good. Um, but that is so true. Like before 2011, mids were to me mids were cool back then, and I still think mids are cool because did you see that they kind of they retroed the new love Jordan 1, the yellow and black one, and I saw those at my local Foot Locker. And I was like, wow, I didn't even know that these came back out, but they brought back so many really good memories.
Hmm.
And so and I didn't buy them, but you know I still think they look really cool.
Yeah, I feel like they come back with them every couple of years. They've retroed since '07. I feel like they've come out at least twice since then. But, I just, for as many Jordan 1s as I have, I don't mind mids. I mean,
Right.
some of them are better than others, but they're all just Jordan 1s to me.
Exactly. Even the lows. Remember back in like 2004, they came out with these like all white Jordan 1 lows.
And they
And
had a
then
white tape there too.
yep.
Hmm.
And then so but even the lows, I always thought the lows I always liked the lows. I don't know. I'm just a fan of Jordan ones just in general. It just highs, lows, mids. I really love them all because I just love that shoe so much.
I got one for you. Do you remember in 2002 they had that all white Jordan 1 with the Jumpman on the side?
Yes.
That's what we
Oh my God. Yes. I was literally just thinking about those. I
mm,
was literally just thinking about those. I remember when that shoe came out and I saw them at the store. I thought those were so cool. Like it was so unique looking and just the all white. I just was so clean and just having the Jumpman on the side. I don't know. I thought me personally, I love that shoe. I've always loved that particular Jordan 1. And
and you
then
never
remember
see it.
yeah, I had to get it exactly.
You
There's
never
so many
see it.
pairs. Yeah. But remember the Japanese release Jordan 1s also. The silver ones.
2001.
Um,
Yep.
right, 2001. Remember they had like the mids, they had the mids and the highs.
Mm,
And they came in the briefcase.
yep.
And I remember when first started getting really into shoes, I would go on remember InStyleShoes.com,
ISS.
and I would look at the listing because they had them for sale, and I'd be like, man, these things are so cool. Like the briefcase, the silver, they came with the Jumpman keychain. I thought that was so cool back in the day.
Yeah.
Um, and InStyle Shoes, I like websites like InStyle Shoes, Soul Collector, Nike Talk. Um, I had like for like Nike Talk, I never posted not one time on Nike Talk, but when I was in high school, I was on Nike Talk every single day. I would get home from school and I would go on Nike Talk and just look at all the pictures of the OGs and I would save them to my computer. And then I would look at them, whenever whenever but those days were like some of the best days because I look at those days with such like it was so pure back then.
Yes.
Nowadays everything is just so overpriced. You have celebrities that don't even care about don't even care about wearing OGs like wearing OG ones and everyone going crazy about it. But back in the day, I always tell like my I always tell like my young cousins this that back in the day when I was growing up, people actually weren't really even wearing Jordans. Like not a lot of people. Like nowadays, you go to any like high school, and all the kids have Jordans. Like even the girls have Jordans. But back in when I was growing up in like 2005, in the 2000s, I was actually one of the maybe it's just I was actually one of the few kids who had Jordans and pennies and stuff. It wasn't like kids had them, but it wasn't like now where every kid has Jordans. And then and then also back in like the Nike Talk days, collecting shoes was like very. Nowadays there's so many collectors and there's so many people collecting shoes. You go on YouTube, there's thousands of videos people showing off their collection. But when I was like growing up, there like collecting shoes was still like a very niche collection. Like it wasn't it wasn't like that popular to collect shoes like it is now.
It's
And
very
and so like in I know it's like the beginning stages of YouTube, but when I was growing up, there was only like a handful of guys posting sneaker videos. Like there was, do you remember there was like this guy, his name is Sneak Geeks. Do you remember him? Do you remember him?
hmm
There was like this, it was like this guy named Sneak Geeks on YouTube. There was like a Frenelations. Um, there was like a few other guys doing the YouTube, but now it just you go
everybody.
on YouTube and everyone's doing sneakers. Everyone's showing off their collection, trying to, one up each other, trying to say, oh, this shoe costs $20,000. To me nowadays, it's kind of like a turn off when I see that stuff because none of the shoes, like all the shoes I have in my collection. I never bought them because because they were worth money or because I wanted some type of like status to for people to think I have money or something. I bought them because I love the look of it and I fell in love with the shoe and I feel like that's what today's sneaker world is like missing is like the purity of it. Whereas back in when like the Nike Talk days, Soul Collector days, it was a lot more pure.
Absolutely. Like somebody had said something to me a little while back about, why do you post your shoes every day? Kind of like I'm showing off or like, who are you doing this for? And it felt good to say, I'm doing this for me.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I mean? I'm doing this because
right,
I'm proud of my shoe collection. It's been decades in the works. It's almost 30 years old. You know, I'm doing it for me. I'm not, if people like it, great. If they don't, that's fine too. You know,
right. Exactly. Like, when I post a shoe, I'm more just doing it just because I love sharing what I'm passionate about, like sharing, like what I'm interested in, and yeah, there's a lot of people where I'll, if I post a shoe picture and it gets 50 likes, it doesn't matter to me, it can get 5 likes, it doesn't matter. Like I just love the sharing my interest in like the things I'm passionate about.
yeah. And another person hit me with well, people ain't really fucking with your page the same because you post all them Chucks and them Converses. And I'm like, well, that's fine too. But, I'm not going to
Yeah,
stop,
right, exactly, exactly. Like, I exactly because I feel the same way. Like, okay, for example, like other than Home Alone and shoes, I love Taylor Swift. I'm
You
a
got the
huge.
shirt on.
Yeah, I got the shirt on. Yeah, I got the shirt on. But I love Taylor Swift. I've been a fan of her music for over 10 years, and I'm just so like that's just such like a big part of my life is her music, and I post Taylor Swift stuff on my story, on my page, and I'll post it on my page, and it'll get like 15 likes. And to me, but it doesn't matter because because I'm doing it because I like it. And
Right.
that's the only thing that should matter is if you like it and if you're passionate about it. Like the likes and all that stuff. You should never stop doing something. Um, just because other people other people don't like it, or other people don't find it interesting. You should always just do what you love and post what you love and what you're passionate about.
Right. Right. All right. So we're at the part of the show now where I ask you some either or questions. It's gonna be some
Okay.
decisions you got to make here. Um. Now, where are you from?
So right now, I'm in Washington D.C.
Okay, DC. Oh, okay. You ain't
Yeah.
that far away from here. You're only about 4 hours from here. Go ahead.
Right. Right.
Okay. All right. So, oh, this is gonna be a good one. So, white and blue team FBI or white and red team FBI?
Ooh. Okay. So with that one, if they were in front of me, okay, let's just say they were both shoes were in front of me, and I didn't have like the nostalgic memories for the white and red. Um, I would choose the white and blue because that white and blue is so clean. Like something about it, just the all white with that, in the shade of the blue on the rubber strap. It's like perfect. I love that shade of blue. So I would personally pick the white and blue over the white and red. Even though the white and red, I'm more nostalgic for because I had it. I always loved that white and blue, and also the oh actually sorry I was gonna say
Oh, go ahead.
MJ wore that, but I think he wore the white and navy. He wore one of them. He wore one of them. Yeah, but the white and blue I would do.
Yeah, I feel like Jumpman's to me the ones that came out from '97 to 2000 are very underrated, and people try to call them Mexican Jordans and all of that.
Yeah, right,
You
right,
had to be
yeah,
there. I'm like, these are the Vin Bakers, these are the Eddie Joneses, these are
yes,
Kevin Garnett wore these black and blue Jumpman Pros. Like I was there, you know. But the Jumpman and Team Jordans from 2000 to 2003 aren't as good as the pairs from the '90s, but they're also very underrated.
yes, definitely agree. And because okay, yeah, right. I definitely agree because like the pairs from I always felt like the pairs from the 2000s were kind of like even though they were really good, they were more like basketball looking shoes.
Mhm.
Whereas like the ones from the 90s, I always felt like you could wear them with like some jeans or you remember you remember the boxing one that they had
Oh yeah,
there was
Roy
like
Jones.
I would yeah the right yeah the Roy Jones. I always thought that one was so cool.
It looked like a 10 with a soft bottom.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, exactly, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
I always thought that one was really cool.
yeah. Okay, so the next one, um, white and red Air Revolution or white and blue Air Revolution?
Okay, so for that one, I'm definitely choosing the white and red,
White and
the
red.
white and red. Particularly like, so red is like my favorite kind of like everyday color. But and I know I just picked the white and blue FBI over the white and red, but with the revolution, something about like just the way I don't know something about the red. I don't know something about it in the red just looks so perfect. To me, this is the best general release color of the revolution. But something about that white and red just so perfect and yeah. So I would definitely do white and red.
See, I feel that way about the blue, but I got you. All right, so Home Alone 2.
Oh, oh, that one. Okay, so that one, 1000% Home Alone too.
Okay.
Yeah, so of course I love Home Alone, the first Home Alone, but something about Kevin being lost in New York and him just roaming around New York City by himself and I think that the jokes in there are a little are more funny. And then and also I kind of like I like the traps more. I like the booby traps more in Home Alone too because in Home Alone 1, it's his own house, so he knows like the way the house is set up, and yeah, that's his own house. The Home Alone 2, he's using his uncle and aunt's house, but he's never been there before, and also they're renovating, which so he has to set up all these traps, and he has to work with with kind of what he's given. And so I just think that the creativeness of what he did in Home Alone 2, and the jokes are better than Home Alone than regular Home Alone, but yeah, I would definitely do Home Alone too.
Okay. Okay. Black Cement 3 or Black Cement 4?
Um, dang, that's difficult. Okay. I would do Black Cement 3. I would do Black Cement 3. I love Black Cement. Of course, I love the Black Cement 4, but uh, I love the Jordan 3 more than the Jordan 4. And if we're going like, and if we're going just like 1988, 1994, 2001, Black Cement 3, then yeah, I'm definitely choosing that over the Black Cement 4.
Okay. Wizards jersey or Bullets jersey?
Oh man, okay. Okay, so with that one, I'm going with Okay, I'm going with the Wizards jersey, but in the Gilbert Arenas era.
Okay.
Like like the John Wall Wizards jerseys, like the new Wizards jerseys. I've never liked those, but like the old school like mid 2000s Wizards jerseys, or like the Rod Strickland Wizards jerseys, I've always loved those. I always thought those were so cool, and so I love the bullet stuff too. The bullet stuff is really cool, but the Wizards, because I grew up, because I didn't grow up watching the Bullets, so but I grew up watching the Wizards, so that's what I mainly remember. And I'm even when I was young, I thought those are just so cool.
Okay. Now, with you being in the DMV, I spent a lot of time in the DMV. Um, if you only could pick one, would you pick the Maryland side or the Virginia side if you couldn't be in actual DC?
Oh man,
I'm
see,
picking the
okay,
Maryland side. I'd live in Silver Spring right now if it wasn't so expensive.
dang, yeah, because so I would choose the Maryland side to me is more DMV. Like something about I know they say Virginia, like Arlington and all those places are as in the DMV, but something about like Maryland, the borders of Maryland, that to me that's real DMV. And then so
I agree.
even though Virginia is like nicer, I kind of being act in the actual DMV like Maryland, I would choose the Maryland side.
Okay. Okay. So before I ask you this next one, how long have you been in the DMV?
My whole life, I was born and raised in Washington D.C.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So if you had to choose between City Sports and Foot Locker, where you going?
Oh man, City Sports Day, that brings back some good memories.
I have a City
Um,
Sports Washington D.C. shirt in the other room.
right, because you remember they had one in Chinatown. Do you remember they had
Mm-hmm.
one in
Yep.
uh that one? I think I'm still choosing Foot Locker.
Okay.
And the only reason why is because maybe it was the time that I was growing up. But when I would go into city sports, I was never really like blown away by their selection of shoes. Like even though city sports was really popular, you always see people with city sports shirts and stuff. I don't know. I was never really kind of like I never really bought anything at city sports, even though it was really popular at the time.
So I'll tell you a place where I used to find stuff like I don't even know how wearable they are because I bought them in 2005 or six. Because my best friend went to Howard, so I used to be in Washington D.C. a lot.
Oh, okay.
But the Urban Outfitters that used to be, I don't even know if it's still there. That was in Georgetown. I used to always find random Nikes that we didn't get in Cleveland and that I didn't see anywhere else. I found these mango stabs there from 2005 or six. They were green and white, and the air stab was like different colors. The text,
Oh.
I still have them. I don't know how wearable they are, but I used to break necks every time I wore them in Cleveland because they didn't come out in Cleveland, and I got them from the Urban Outfitters in Georgetown.
Oh
It's like,
wow! So they actually still have it, the Urban Outfitters in Georgetown, but unfortunately now it's all like hipster stuff,
yeah, I don't
and
think they
so
sell them anymore.
yeah, right, and so um but yeah but they actually I didn't know that Urban Outfitters had that stuff back in the day.
Yeah, they used to get just like them, and a little bit later, J. Crew used to get random Nikes. Like they were the only ones that had the kill shot for years. Now it's
Right,
too.
right.
But Urban Outfitters to me had it first, where they'd have like Nike Sprints or again the stabs, just random NSW stuff before they were calling it NSW. I feel like this was around the time they still had Blue Ribbon Sports, like is the little fancy brand with the heavier shirts and everything.
Okay. Hmm.
This was around that time, but um, yeah, that and of course the Nike on M Street. Always
Oh yes,
Nike Street.
so unfortunately that Nike it closed down, and then now there's a Barnes and Noble there.
See, I was hoping that they closed it down and they were going to kind of redo it like they did the Nike and Linux in Atlanta. So they just closed it. It's just gone.
Oh, oh yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. Unfortunately, they closed it down completely, and but I used to like going into the Nike store because at the top floor they used to have like these really cool Georgetown PEs.
Yeah,
They had
yeah.
like all the Georgetown player exclusive Jordans, and they're on display. So that was always really cool seeing that.
And like, the last time I was there was 22.
Okay,
That's the last time I was there, and that was the last time I was in the DMV or in Baltimore. But uh,
gotcha.
then Atmos was right down the street, so it was
Right,
just
right. Actually, crazy thing is that the Admiral's closed down also.
yeah, I
Yeah, it
know,
just
I know.
yeah.
But yeah,
That
I forgot how busy M Street could get. You know what I mean? The traffic and everything. I almost got overwhelmed. I can't drive in y'all city, man. It's one of the few places I can't drive in Miami. I can't drive in Atlanta. Can't really drive in DC.
oh, gotcha.
I
Yeah,
could do
that
Baltimore, but with DC, the traffic is just it gets too much.
right.
It's just too much. I know I probably sound soft to any of you DMVers in there, but that traffic, especially the Ronald Reagan, the little curve,
Oh, right.
it's too
Yes.
much.
And actually in Georgetown, the only store that's still there. You remember Major?
hmm
So
HTC.
Major's still there. Major's still there. Yeah, but unfortunately, Atmos and the Nike store they all closed down.
Damn. Yeah. Well, look, man, I definitely appreciate you being on here. Did you have any
Oh,
questions
of
for me?
course.
Do you have any questions for me before we go?
Oh, just I guess if you could pick like one shoe to wear for the rest of your life.
Chicago one.
Oh, Chicago. Okay, perfect. Okay, that one there's a perfect answer.
Either that or Magic's Converse weapon. It's a
Okay,
it's a toss up.
in the Lakers color.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
gotcha.
Yeah. If I could wear prob probably still a Chicago one though, because I could wear it with more stuff.
Yeah. Because see, with that one, right? Because although I love like the other colors and stuff, the Chicago one you can wear that every day, and with it could really go with anything.
Yeah. They're very similar, even in color blocking. Um, the only thing I wish they would do with the weapon, other than bringing back Magic's color, because they brought back everybody else from the commercial where they're rapping. They brought back everybody else's color in a low, and they brought back
Okay.
Bernard. Yeah, they brought back Bernard King as a high GR. It's on sale everywhere now. You can still get Larry Birds, but Isaiah Thomas was a low. They made a high top one that was friends and family. I actually found a pair and bought them on Depop, and the guy just never sent them. So he
Ah,
refunded me. I was hurt because I'm trying to get all the friends and family weapons, but they're just so hard to find in my size because I'm a,
right.
you know,
Okay, so you only buy it in your size.
with certain things. I mean, if it's like I said, if it's something random, I'll
Oh,
get it.
right.
I only
Yeah.
generally buy it in my size.
Mhm.
Now I have a pair of Oceanas that I found. They're like in a women's seven, and they were
Okay.
literally a couple dollars. So if I see something like that and it's super cheap, I'll get it and just display it. But the only other things I have that aren't in my size, I'll show them to you right quick before we go. Ugh. Okay. So this is that Oceana. Uh,
Oh yeah.
you can see here that they're from 1983.
Wow.
So they probably didn't hit the market until 84 since the, production date ends in a one. I know you know all about that. So
Right, right.
um, that I have these random M3s that Carmelo Anthony signed.
Oh wow.
So
You met Carmelo?
actually, believe it or not, because I know this is his signature, I did not meet him.
Okay.
I thrifted these.
Whoa. Dang,
So
that's crazy.
yeah, these were a thrift, but I
Wow.
looked up his signature and I'm like, this is his signature. So
Wow, that is crazy. Wow, man,
yeah,
that is the find of a century right there.
yeah. And these are a 13, so these are like a size too big for me. These remind me of when I used to be a key holder at Champs, because I've worked for Foot Locker like 5 or 6 different times in my life. But this shoe was the shoe that was when I was working at the Champs part of Foot Locker. This Mellow was the new one that was out. Um, and I also have these random Germany Hyper Dunks.
Whoa. Oh yeah.
These are in a 14.
Wow.
These were also
Man.
found at a thrift store.
Whoa, man, that's
So
crazy.
so yeah, I the rest of my stuff like this is in storage. I have maybe about 10 pairs of random shoes like this that just aren't my size that I found for cheap because I found these at a thrift store.
The Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, man,
They had them
that's
behind the
so
counter,
awesome.
and I'm like, "What? Can you just show me what those are?" And they were like, "Yeah, they're size 17." I'm like, "Okay." And as soon as I saw the LO, I knew they were for Lamar Odom.
Yes, yes, the LO and the black and purple. Dang,
Yeah.
that. Oh man, that's crazy.
So yeah, because I'll be honest with you. Unfortunately, I'm in the middle of a divorce, so I'm not in my house. That's why I don't have all of my stuff. I only have some of it here. Um, so that's why a lot of my stuff, the majority of my shoe collection is just in storage. I just
Okay.
have it here. But a few things that I decided to have in display that was displayed that wasn't in a box, I do have. But I really like what you're doing. I like how you have it behind you with the case, random
Yeah.
sizes, signed stuff, and that's great. I
Yeah,
love it.
because I do have another shelf like right over there, but in the display cases, that's where like I keep my most prized pairs.
Yeah, like when I get to the place of where I'm buying another house, I do plan on because I'm finding all kinds of like signed memorabilia, jerseys, sneakers. Where I'm like, if I had the space for it, like I find Magic and Bird signed stuff all the time.
Oh,
The only thing I have here is up there, Magic signs that.
whoa! Dang, is that autographed?
Yes,
Oh, wow, that's beautiful,
yeah. So
man.
let me turn it around. Magic is my favorite player. I did get to meet him in 1999. He
Oh,
opened a
real
theater.
wow.
Yeah, he opened a theater in Cleveland, so he's probably the most important celebrity that I've got to actually meet and talk to for a minute.
Dang, but me being able to meet Magic that right there is so awesome.
Yeah, man. But I was thinking just now with you being a Home Alone super fan like you are, what we should do around Christmas. You and I should count down our top 10 Home Alone moments. How's that?
Okay, yeah,
We
yeah,
should
of
do a live
course.
with that around
Okay.
Christmas.
Okay, cool. And if you want, I can show like some of like the rarest Home Alone memorabilia and just like really unique items that they made.
Yeah, I think we'd all like to see that. Around Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay, perfect, perfect.
Um, a few more things before we go. Did you buy the Home Alone Adidas? Cause you about to
Yes. Oh,
oh,
yes. So I actually do. I actually have 5 pairs of them. So
nice.
dang. I wish I
See,
had them with me because I actually one of the nicest guys I've ever met is not just celebrities I've ever met is you remember Buzz, the older brother.
I seen you with
So
pictures of him on the thing. Yeah,
yep. So he's one of the nicest guys that I've ever met in person. I've talked to him. I've been able to meet him a few times actually. And so I actually last time I met him, he actually I got him to sign one of the Home Alone shoes. Next live stream we do, I'll bring him. But so I have a pair of the Adidas Home Alone shoes signed by Buzz, Kevin's older brother.
gotcha.
And that's one of my prized pairs in my Home Alone collection.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Like, I was talking to my ex-wife the other day because she bought them because she loves Home Alone as well, and she bought them. And I remember saying, I'm like, I know you love the movie, but you're never gonna wear these. And she just wore them out of spite because I said that she wouldn't.
Hmm.
But for me, they're so nice. I'm like, I don't even know that I would want to wear this. I do feel though, I don't feel like those were the shoes that Kevin wore. I feel like there were some other Adidas. Were they
Right.
though?
So actually, so the shoe that Kevin actually wore in Home Alone, they were. I forget the name of the model, but they're actually a different model. But they look extremely similar. But if you look like really closely, you can tell that it's actually a different shoe. Um,
It looks like
but
the
but
Adidas
even
Artillery to me.
Yeah, I gotta, I've tried looking for the actual shoe that Kevin wore on eBay. I forget the name, I can't remember the name of it, but with the Adidas, Home Alone forums, I was just kind of happy that they did a Home Alone collaboration. Like, that was just really cool for them to do. And then it was really exciting. And so I remember the day of the release, I just went crazy. I bought like 5 pairs of them.
Nah, man, it's all about the love, man. Like
Yeah, yeah.
for me, the Magic Converse weapon has always been available. You know what I'm saying? Like other than the this release and then the last release when they changed up how the weapon looked and they made it look a little slimmer.
Hmm.
Those two have been friends and family, but the Larry Bird um, pair after that run, like '01 to '05, I just couldn't find it. They were very hard to come by until um, the news that they were coming back in 2023. They came out in 2024. People started putting their pairs up, but that was one where I went crazy and I've bought 7 of them so far.
Oh, dang, yeah. See,
Yeah,
see, with so did you see that they also came out with the Home Alone 2 Adidas?
I don't think I've seen those.
So they came out, okay, so they came out with the Home Alone 1, and then they also came out with the Home Alone 2 Adidas, but the Home Alone 2 is the Home Alone 2 Adidas, they did it in like this like pigeon color, so it's like gray, pink. They kind of made it look like a
Mhm.
New York City pigeon. And
Okay.
to me, I wasn't really like that crazy about it. Like, it was still cool that they did like a Home Alone 2 Adidas collab, but I wasn't crazy about the color. So I did end up buying 1 pair just so I can have it, and display it. But the first collab, the white and red one, that's the best one to me.
Yeah, that reminds me of that scene where he was dealing with that woman that was homeless with the pigeons, and they were like
Yeah,
out by the lake. So
right,
I
yes.
got you. I
So,
got you.
so I think that's why they did it in the
Hmm.
pigeon color, just because of the pigeon lady and stuff. But
Yeah.
it's still cool. But I kind of wish they did something else for the Home Alone 2 collab. I kind of wish that they did, instead of making it the pigeon color, I kind of wish that they made it after his outfit. Like, remember he was wearing the green jacket, and he was
Hmm.
wearing like the green and yellow jacket, the blue sweater, the knit cap. I kind of wish that they made the shoe after that. And but it is what it is.
Everybody ain't got imaginations like us, Tibby.
Oh, right, yeah, exactly. If I could talk to the Adidas designers, I'd be like, no, no, you have to do it, with his outfit.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So before we go, do you have any airships?
Yes. So,
OG pair.
Yep. So I do. I have an original dead stock pair of 84 airships. So this pair is dead stock. It's not even it hasn't even been well. At least I'm pretty sure it hasn't been laced up. And so, but yeah, and then yeah well, it's hard to see, but the 84 it's a size 8. So so this pair I got this pair probably back in like 2017, and I got it in a trade. So I had a pair of Nike Dunks, and I think I traded like a pair of Nike Dunks and some other shoe for this for the airship. And this is before the Last Dance, before all like before people even really cared about the airship. But so I was able to get this for I was really lucky that I was able to get this shoe. And so and it is my size and size in a size 8. I'll never wear it though, but it just but I'm really happy to have these.
See, I was about to say that. I'm like, how do you have that shoe sitting there in your size and you haven't worn it? Like that would drive me crazy.
See,
But I
okay, so
understand.
right. So with this one, if I would only so this pair because it is dead stock, I would I want to keep it dead stock. But if I was ever able to find another pair like a worn pair in my size, I would buy that and then I would wear the worn pair. Like for example, like when with my 85 Chicago ones, the reason why the reason why I'm okay with playing basketball and my one pair is because I have so many pairs. And so I kind of had this thing where with an OG, if I wear it, I have to have another pair. And so
No, I respect it. I respect it. Yeah, man.
and like unfortunately, like with the airship is it's so hard to find that I don't know if I'll ever be able to buy another pair, especially with the prices. Like like maybe I'll be able to find a pair, but if someone is asking over $1,000 for them, I'm like, oh no, I'm not gonna pay those prices. And even like the Jordan ones, like 85 Jordan ones, that's gotten to the point in my life now where you were like 85 Chicago's are like average price is like over $1,000 now, and it's gotten to a point the point in my life now where I'm thankful that I have the pairs I have, but I'm not gonna spend $1,000 on a Jordan 1 Chicago. I'd rather use that money and go on like a trip or or like make or have like some type of like or do something with it than buy a Jordan 1.
No, I get you.
Whereas like 10 years ago, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's if that's the price, then I have to pay it. But now I'm trying to be a little bit more smarter and realize that um at this point I kind of value having I kind of value making like good memories with my life than buying more material stuff. Even though I say that, but I have so many like items and stuff like that. But I kind of value that more. Going on trips or like going doing things than buying more shoes.
Got you. Got you. More of us need to be like
But
that.
at the same time, I'm saying this, but if I go on eBay right now and find something cool Home Alone, then I of course I'm buying it. But I try to I'm trying my my best to be like, okay, is with the extra money I do have, I'd rather go. It's better to like do something.
Yeah, I've kind of gotten to that point too, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Listen, man. Thank you so much for being here. I
Oh, of
know
course, Chris, of course.
I had a
And
great
and and,
time.
and Chris, I just want to say that I love having doing this live stream. It was great talking to you, and I really appreciate you having me on and letting me share my collection.
Oh, no problem, man. I mean, hopefully we could do that Home Alone thing at Christmas time. And hey, I mean, you're always welcome on here. You've been great.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, yeah. Just let me know if you want. If we could do the Home Alone thing, and I could just show the craziest stuff that I have in my collection.
Yeah, they need to see it, man.
Yeah, right, right.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead, bro. But I'll definitely be in touch with you. Much love
Oh,
to you.
okay. Yeah, appreciate it, Chris. Thank you, thank you.
All right. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
All right. Peace.